qualifying in CONCACAF. The Octagonal has heated up with plenty of instant classics. Let's jump right in. Honduras lost at home to Panama in an incredible upset. After being up 2-0 with about 15 minutes left to go, Panama made an incredible comeback to win the game 3-2, the first time ever in any World Cup qualification where a team that's been losing 2-0 wins the game in the last 10-15 minutes of the game. Canada won at home 1-0 against Costa Rica after a mistake by Leonel Moreira in the second half, which cost the Costa Ricans the game. El Salvador rescued a point against Jamaica with the last-minute equalizer. The United States pulled off another defining 2-0 victory against Mexico at home. Honduras looked like they were on the right track with the debut of new manager Bolillo Gomez, leading at halftime 1-0. In the second half, they doubled their lead 2-0, but they fell apart in the last couple minutes of the game once again, and they ended up losing 3-2 to Panama. For Panama, this becomes another impressive away win, a very big win in their hopes of automatic qualification, showing that they have no quit and they're going to fight till the end to get the result that they need. Whereas in previous years, they didn't have the same grit to pull their way back into a game. Panama's quickly looking like a favorite to reach the top 3 automatic qualification spots to the World Cup in Qatar. Canada managed a 1-0 victory at home to Costa Rica after a very dull affair, very dull first half, where the goal came from a goalkeeping error in the second half by Leonel Moreira, as the Canadians were able to take advantage and take the 3 points. There's been a lot of criticism of Keylor Navas' dedication to this team, and it seems that his presence would have gained Costa Rica at least a point against the Canadians. Canada once again has proved that playing them at home has become a difficult affair, and Canada has cemented their position as a top nation in CONCACAF. El Salvador, Jamaica. Not much to say in this game, very dull affair. Jamaica should have taken the 3 points, but they weren't able to defend the full 90 minutes, and El Salvador was able to gain 1 point. A typical result for both teams. The U.S. men's national team pulled off a familiar result against the Mexicans at home, winning 2-0. The U.S. pretty much dominated most of the game, Mexico having the better of the chances in the first half, but the United States was able to score 2 goals after the substitution in the second half of Christian Pulisic. It seems like Christian Pulisic adds another level to this team. Mexico seems to have not been able to find the right chemistry, the right 11 players, and it's been causing Tata Martino a lot of headaches. People thought that once Raul Jimenez was back in the lineup, it would have solved their goal scoring problem, but it has not. Jamaica was unfortunate to only get 1 point against the United States at home, drawing 1-1. Panama pulled off another home victory against El Salvador, 2-1. Costa Rica pulled off a late winner against Honduras at home, winning 2-1. Canada pulled off an impressive home victory against the Mexican national team, 2-1. Jamaica was very unlucky to get only 1 point from the U.S. men's national team after having a goal disallowed in the second half for a supposed foul in the box during the corner kick, which would have led to a 2-1 victory for the Jamaicans, proving yet again why we need VAR and CONCACAF. The U.S. men's national team wasn't able to capitalize after an early lead with the goal scored by Tim Weah. The result shouldn't be too much of a surprise because with a very young U.S. men's national team, it's not uncommon for these teams to have a lot of inconsistency. But 4 points out of a possible 6 is still a very good result for the United States men's national team. Panama pulled off another victory after being down 1-0 against El Salvador with one of the quickest goals in World Cup qualifying. Panama proved once again that they are a second half team. They might start off poorly, they have enough grit and skill in the team to pull off the result. Panama has definitely made comebacks a habit. The Icetecazo. Canada-Mexico is quickly becoming one of the classics of the region. Canada won 2-1 against the Mexican national team, giving Mexico its second straight loss in the Octagonal. Canada proved to be a top contender after beating Mexico 2-1 at home. Mexico struggled to cope with the Canadian style of play. Mexico struggled to create chances, while Canada was able to take full advantage of the opportunities that came their way, with Canadian striker Kyle Larin scoring both goals for the Canadians. Mexico scored a late goal to keep things interesting, but Canada was able to pull off the result. Now standing at top of the table, Canada has started to silence all the doubters and look poised to make their first World Cup berth since 1986. Canada sitting on top of the table, proving to be the best team in Octagonal. Canada's golden generation taking full advantage of the talents like Alphonso Davies, Buchanan, Kyle Larin, Jonathan David, among others. Costa Rica seems to be headed towards another frustrating draw at home against a very depleted Honduran team. What a roller coaster of emotions for us fans. Costa Rica started off strong, getting at least 10 corners before they scored the first goal off a corner kick with a header by Oscar Duarte. showing flashes of progress throughout the game. But those hopes quickly diminished after Honduras tied, with Romel Kyoto getting the equalizing goal before the half. It seemed like we were headed towards another typical result for this Costa Rican national team, with them struggling to create chances, seeming like they were just using more heart than actual skill, messy build-up play, lack of chemistry on the field, leading the few fans in the stadium to start chants of firing the coach. Everyone thinking that we're going to go to another typical 1-1 at home, losing an opportunity to gain points on our direct rival, Panama. This seemed to be the last nail in the coffin of our qualification hopes. But Gerson Torres had something else to say about it. With another impressive play by Campbell, centering the ball into Venegas, that last-minute goal seemed to exercise all the demons this team has had. The players and fans equally celebrated this goal, giving us a glimmer of hope that we can still make this World Cup. This result has brought all us Costa Ricans a lot of joy, and we hope they can keep it up, but the criticisms of the national team and of the head coach have not gone away. I still believe that we need another head coach and that Luis Suarez is not capable of leading this team to the World Cup. Before the game-winning goal, 85th minute, typical of Suarez, he was going to do a man-for-man substitution, taking out Yeltsin Tejada, who got injured during the game, and wanted to bring out another center defensive midfielder. But before that could happen, someone pulled him aside, convinced him to bring on Johan Venegas. And typical of Costa Rica, right when we think they're out, they pull us back in, prolonging the inevitable disappointment that we are all going to suffer by not making the World Cup, and giving us a little bit of glimmer of hope of something maybe happening. But as the realists that we all are, we are just waiting for the inevitable confirmation of us not making the World Cup. But for now, we celebrate an emotional win. So after 8 fixtures of the Octagonal, Canada sits on top with 16 points, United States in second place with 15 points, Mexico drops down to third with 14 points, tied with Panama with 14 points as well. Only separation is goal difference. And Costa Rica in 5th with 9, Jamaica in 6th with 7 points, Salvador in 7th with 6 points, and Honduras dead last with 3 points. And that's it for this round of qualifiers. See you guys in January. Pura vida. Saludos a Pérez Celedón.